All right, I hope you have been enjoying our show so far. That was a little bit of me singing Father John Misty in the shower. I sing all the time, basically. If when I'm walking around, if I'm not talking or something, or someone are listening to music, or listening to like a podcast, I'm probably singing or like have songs stuck in my. You ever wake up and just have a song so stuck in your head in the middle of the night that you have to do something about it? You have to sing it, or you have to I have to sometimes get up and listen to a song to get it out of my head in like the middle of the night. Well, okay, let's be frank. It's the middle of the morning because, I'd be going to bed at don't worry about me. Anyway, let's get to this week's Lara Listens, a segment in which I bring you a couple of records from my vinyl collection and talk a little bit about them and share with you some things that you may have known, some things you may not have known. Because why? Because we need physical media. Because we have to have physical media. Because we don't have enough ways of keeping the music and the art and the shows and all of that have meant so much to our lives. Remember, art doesn't belong to the overculture, but they've captured it. The fact that you need a streaming service to see a show, to watch a movie that you know exists, you know it's out there somewhere, right? But you can't get it illegally. And so you have to go to one of them to get it. Bullshit. Have physical media. And how else are we going to share gems like on the radio? Donna Summer Greatest Hits. Remember, some people don't like greatest hits albums. Me? Fucking love them. I love them. Why would you not want an album of all of the best shit by one of your favorite artists? I simply don't understand the logic. I think it's a purist thing. Anyway, if you don't know, Donna Summer is the fucking queen of disco. Okay? The late 70s absolutely belonged to her. I'm sure you know some of these songs, right? We're talking about, it's called On the Radio because On the Radio was one of the big ones. Also, the one that you, listen, Love to Love You, Baby. Love to Love You, Baby. One of the hottest songs ever. And it was listen, in the 70s, in the mid to late 70s on the dance floor, I bet when that song came on, everybody was full of cocaine and dreams. Okay. So I don't know. Something was going on that dance floor. That's all I'm saying. Not just Love to Love You, Baby, but also the full length version of Love to Love You, Baby. It's 15 minutes long. Amazing. I Feel Love is even if you're sober, especially if you're not, but even if you're sober, on the dance floor, I Feel Love comes on, you're going to be dancing and you're just going to feel good. It's a song that makes everybody just feel good. It's just such a great, and I mean, obviously the groove is grooving. Okay. Obviously Last Dance is, unfortunately Last Dance is probably best known for middle school dances and fucking white people weddings at this point. But, well, okay, not just white people weddings in general. But that's the song that DJs play when they're all right, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. But The Last Dance, it's a great song in its own right. And I think one of the great things about listening to older music is to disentangle it from the sillier permutations that it has gotten to, right? It gets divorced from, it's you don't think of being in the 70s at a club where somebody's literally spinning this song on vinyl and you're just in there sweating, probably with a head full of cocaine and just getting loose on the dance floor. You don't think about that. You think about, some goofy wedding you went to, but that's, this song is culture, right? And even in the silly ways, it is another way that Black people have contributed to creating American culture in really important ways, where it's this is just something that is so ubiquitous at this point that everybody fucking knows it. Another great one is Dim All the Lights. And listen, hot stuff, baby, this evening, looking for some hot stuff. All these songs, I mean, it's one person having this many hits, bananas. And not just hits because they're hits because they were good, right? Dance. let's put some, I'm telling you, while you're cleaning, while you're just chilling, put some of these on and dance around your house. Give Donna Summer her flowers, okay? Because she's the queen of disco. Unquestioned, unparalleled queen of disco. And, you know, there is no equal. Let's get on to the next one, which is, yes, Back to Black by Miss Amy Winehouse. You know, member of the 27 Club, unfortunately, Earth sign royalty, which we will talk about. This album really exemplifies the combination of power and pain that she contained, that she communicated, right? And also it was very much, you know, the lyrics are some of the most, like, a lot of the time when people fuck up or are being fucked up, they won't own up to it. And who knows what she did in her personal life? I don't know. But there is an owning in some ways of the ways that she was being fucked up in her relationships. You know, like the song, You Know That I'm No Good. You know, it's like, I cheated myself like I knew I would. Like it's an admission of, and don't you just wish that people were more in touch with themselves enough to the point where they could be like, I've been saying this a lot recently. People got a real bad time being criticized, feeling criticized, especially white people, full shade. But like, y'all are so used to being coddled and babied that when someone literally points you at you, you get mad at them and freak out. That's also white supremacy, babes. Just so you know, like, that fragility is what causes y'all to go along with bullshit. Because you know that if Uncle Jim feels like you, he would rather be keel-hauled than have his own behavior directed at him. And y'all will be quiet because you're like, well, I don't want somebody calling me out on my shit, so I'm just not going to say anything. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. When someone is loving enough to point you at you, you should at least, if it's somebody that actually cares about you, take it in, you know, take the L and be like, you know what? You got that. You got that. I did, in fact, sleep with your best friend, and that wasn't great. Okay. I'm not going to defend myself. You're right. You know? Anyway, long tangent. But, You Know That I'm No Good. Listen, Back to Black, just a great song. Her voice is, again, carries that, you know, that power and that pain in it. And this album is like, you know, clearly the work of someone who had gone through it and was still going through it and was just in a place where they were hurting themselves, you know, through a lot of their habits. Like they try to make me go to rehab. Well, anyway, me and Mr. Jones. Okay. Here's a little trivia. Tell me in the chat, does anyone know who Me and Mr. Jones is about? Do you know? I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes, you know, to see if anyone can come up with the answer. It's about a famous person, but someone you may not have expected. Someone you may not have expected at all. Okay. It is about Nasir Jones, aka Nas. That is the Mr. Jones in Me and Mr. Jones. Now, they were just friends by all accounts. They only met once in person, though they did Skype and talk all the time. Like the two had a really strong connection. And one of the lyrics in it is Mr. Destiny 9 and 14. Destiny was the name of his daughter, and 9 and 14 was a reference to September 14th, which was the birthday that Amy Winehouse and Nas shared. So it's like, look it all up, you know, don't take my word for it. I mean, why would I make this up? But also, you know, like I say, you don't have to take my word for stuff. Like, everything I say is something that you can look up and find out that it's true. If you look in, don't go on like freedom.eagle. Uncle Jim, okay? Like, for real. Also, you don't even have to go on Google. Go on DuckDuckGo. I have not Googled anything personally in years. Haven't missed it. Anyway, yes, it's about Nas. It's about Nas. They met and they had like an instant connection. Do I think that she obviously had a fucking crush on him? Yes. I mean, who writes? I mean, come on. Let's be serious. Be serious. But anyway, tears dry on their own. You know that I'm no good. But the song that I sometimes, if I'm in the wrong mood, I have to skip is Love is a Losing Game, because it is just too much. It's so powerful of a song, and it's like, you know, just when stuff is not going right for you and feels like it never will in relationships, and whether, you know, and love relationships, especially when it's just like you just keep having the same shit happen to you. Like, you listen to this song and you're like, you know what, you're fucking right. You know, it's a beautiful song, beautifully sung. Prince actually loved the song so much that Prince covered it a bunch in live shows, and they once actually performed it together. Prince like rewrote it so that, you know, so that he could get his 2 guitar solos in, because I mean, hello, he's Prince. But they did it together, and she sang The Lights Down and he played The Lights Down. There's only one recording of it from like a phone. The quality is terrible, but the fact that it exists is that's the kind of music history that I feel like just is the reason that we have YouTube, is the reason that things need to be preserved and archived. Because that moment, it was at a, you know, Prince was known for these like late night after hours shows, like after the show shows, and this happened there. But the lyrics of Love is a Losing Game, it's like, just the last lyrics are, I was going to sing it, but I'm not going to do that, because it makes me, I get like 3 feelings a year, and this song gives me like 2 of those feelings. Over futile odds and laughed at by the gods, and now the final frame. Love is a losing game. Damn, girl, why? And then also, I guess what adds a little bit of, you know, a little bit more emotional volume to it is the fact that she died so young from alcohol poisoning, because she was in a lot of pain and was, not for nothing, listen, Virgo people, as quiet as is kept, Virgos be fucking hellraisers, okay? Like, don't get it twisted. The Virgo virgin thing, that's not what that means. Okay? Like, people who are underage at the club, people who are starting shit, like, sometimes Virgo gets the ick. It's because they're done with you. No shade, but full shade. I'm just saying. Okay? Anyway, that is Lara Listens for this episode. I hope that you will, to steal a quote from the charismatic voice, I hope you fall more in love with music every day, because music is so important. It is a way that we have of communicating through time and through, you know, across languages. People that don't speak the same language will just learn by the sound because it speaks to them. And that's, I mean, beautiful, for lack of a better word, and something that needs to be preserved. So get you a record, get you an MP3 player, get you some real music, save it and share it. Mistrix, take us into the next segment.